I just finished painting a lot of parts, detailing a lot of parts here, especially this, the back of the knees, Let me see how it came out. Looks okay. It's a lot better. I was actually going to mask off this entire area just to show this part here and paint that. But I didn't want to go overboard with it. And doing 2 layers of charcoal, how barely can you see it, especially with the Psycho Frame armor on once you put it on. But this is okay. This one I was okay with. At one point I was actually thinking of maybe masking off all of that and just painting this entire area here. But no, I'm not doing that. Yes, I'm being lazy. I did, however, paint some parts here that I thought could benefit with an extra detail here and there. So like this one, let me see how it came out. Oh god, this thing... oh, that leaked out. Didn't notice that until now. It's actually going to be on the inside. I don't think we have to worry about it. It's at the outside that I'm more worried about. See how that worked. There we go. See? That's not bad. Looking like that. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's not bad as well. Just so you know, for the metallics, I didn't use the aluminum. I think I feel like I'm almost done with the Vic paints. Almost. So this one I used another color to paint the inside of this and this. So that's good. And this is actually the side chest. Alright, fine. Did this one here. It's a little bleed, not too much though. See how the shield came out. This one I was a bit worried about. I made the holes for this. I don't know how well this came out. If this looks bad, I'm gonna repaint over it. That side looks good. How about you? Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. And then this one. Ah, crap. I see a bleed. So I use AK Extreme Metals Chrome. Or, no, gunmetal, actually. No, it's chrome. Sorry, it's chrome. And I think that came out a little too wet. Let me see here. Yeah, that one didn't look good. This one doesn't look good. This one's fine. I like that, how that came out. And this one... Come on. That looks okay. Alright, yeah, it's not going to be all winners. Just gotta play it by ear. So what I'll do is I'll get the same color and re-spray paint this area. Maybe give it a light pass just to cover up the damage. And this too. Because there's some great detail here, but maybe it didn't turn out well, though. You know, right? Actually, now that I'm seeing this, let me see how this came out, because I did this in the beam rifle. Okay, that looks good. That one's not bad. It's a little sliver there, but that's fine. How about this side? You know what? It looks good. The only problem is this one, I didn't have enough coverage. So what I'm going to do is, as I'm about to fix this one out, I'm going to cover this entire metallic area and spray paint that to cover that damage. Other than that, that's okay. And I think that's pretty much... Oh, beam rifle. Beam saber. This one, because I can't see. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I'll have to look at the other one and see that comes out. There's not that much detail on the other parts that I can actually mask off and paint, because it's like layers upon layers of parts that is separated by the actual inner frame of the chest, of the inner armor and all that stuff. And we'll explore that once I finish up cleaning, detailing up, seeing what else I'm missing or what I forgot to do. Let me clean up the table, and we'll display all the parts and see the overall results. Okay, here it is. Here are all the parts that make up the Master Grade Narrative Gundam C-Pax version Katoki. All now officially painted. But they're not all here. What you're seeing here is a sliver. Goes to the side. I have all the deactivated parts that I've painted. And of course, the undeactivated, the activated parts. Clearly, I don't have enough room to put all that here. It's a ridiculous amount of parts. I'm surprised with this. And it's an annoying amount of parts. I don't know why I got annoyed with this. I really did. I think what took me out of this was the disassembling of the core fighter, because there were so many parts to make that core fighter. Why do we even need a core fighter these days? Yes, the classic RX-78-2 definitely needs a core fighter. That I accept. No other mobile suit shouldn't need it. Okay, God Gundam, fine. That's good. But this one was like, why? Absolutely why? But that's, again, my opinion on that. The white paint job that I put onto this, on the Vic Hobbies, I'm going to say this. Vic Hobby paint are okay. I'm going to say okay. But you got to put in a lot of work to get it out of your airbrush. Because that was a pain in the ass to get it out of my airbrush. So much so that this is not Big Hobbies. This is this color. Because there was no way I was going to use the other color. I was getting a bit annoyed with the fact that when you spray it, okay, it does flow, and you really gotta balance it out with the thinner with water. I don't even think I remember going online on Hobbyland Japan and see if they made a Vic Hobbies primer. Now I'm not. Now I'm actually going online right now to see this. Okay, I'm on their site. I gotta separate a few things, but yeah, I had the issue with getting it to thin down. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it does not. And I just said, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing? What's going on? And it is a paint that you can brush on. Yes, that is true. And one day I'm going to have to try brushing. Just not on something expensive as this. You work with the tools that you have and you use. And granted, some of these paints do work. They do work. See, right now I'm on their site, on Hobbylink's site, and I'm looking, and no, they do not have no thinner specifically designed for this paint. I ended up using some lacquer paints, which I thought it was going to eat through some of the paint that I painted on already, but no, I just, after it dries, if you paint over it, it will, it won't damage it. The white is still, it has a nice sheen to it, but I don't know. There's some areas where there's like a weird gappy thing that happened. I'm gonna give you an example. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera. There's this little weird hole thing that produced itself right there, and if I spray paint it over it, maybe it will work. But this is at a point where I'm like saying to myself, I'm getting a little annoyed, and I want to clean up my airbrush again. And let me tell you something. Unlike lacquer paints that takes a long time to solidify on an airbrush, this type of paint solidifies within an hour or so. So if you have an airbrush and you put the paint inside and you use it, but you stop because you have to do something, and you come back a few hours, be prepared to literally take apart your airbrush and clean it up, because that paint really hardens up very fast. I'm a bit surprised for that, especially on your airbrush. I learned it firsthand, and luckily I didn't do this on my gallery. I was using on one of my older airbrushes that allowed me to spray paint a little bit better. But I was like, oh boy, this is, yeah, I did it for you guys to see what may happen. Paint is paint. I'll say this, paint is paint. And you can use it on whatever model kit you want, as long as you do it right, and you control it, and you understand your paint. I understand how to use certain paints. This one took me a while to figure out, and it's a lot of work to get it out of your airbrush, but be prepared for the consequences. See, like, this one was the red. The red came out okay. I'm alright with that. The yellow came out fine. As you can see, the white's fine. This is the intermediate blue, which also, surprisingly, came out well as well. This is fine. You gotta find that little happy medium of which color will work, because I've seen this in lacquer-based paint. Certain lacquer-based colors will not react well when you airbrush it, and you have to work it or figure it out. So this is the part where you have to experiment. You have to test. You know, if you use a color a lot, then you know what to expect. Like a perfect example, Titan's Blue 1, which is one of my favorite paints. It's a dark charcoal color tone, perfect. I haven't used it on this kit, of course, but it works. It absolutely works, and I always get 100% performance out of that paint. So I'm okay with that. Another one is russet. The russet color is a darker red tone, almost similar to this. Excellent for you know, like something like this. This is, I think I used russet on this, but still, it works. Know and understand your paints. I'm not dissing Vic Hobbies. I just need more practice with Vic Hobbies. And I probably want to, next time I'll probably use a smaller kit, obviously a high grade. I mean, for the price of $1.30 in Japan, because if you want to get it on Hyperlink Japan, you can't beat it. And Vic Hobbies are technically meant for more like military vehicles, aircraft, ships, tanks, the like. So let's just stop right there with the Vic, and let's talk about some of this. I already fixed this up right here. This one came out okay. So I fixed up the beam rifle. That looks good. The add-on parts here. I did paint this one blue. This one is the eyes. I used one of my neon green eye markers. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you'll see it once I assemble it. And I actually took this guy and painted the machine guns chrome. Let's see if I can put this in here. There we go. There we go. So I don't know if this is possible to see this. You know what? I forgot to turn on this lamp. There we go. Alright. There's so many small little parts here. Like, I have these little weird winglets here. This is annoying. I mean, there were 4 of these. And I can't, I'm looking at this and I said, do I have to put all 4 of them? I thought maybe I just need 2. But, yeah, you're going to need, I don't know. I don't know if maybe 2 are spares. Let me double check something here. I painted them anyway, just to make sure I have it there. But I was surprised. You know what? Because of how small these parts are, I thought I was going to lose them. Instead, I did lose a part. I lost the part that goes on this. It has to be here. It couldn't be that gone. But I misplaced it. I can't find it. I gotta find it. Hopefully, by the time I'm done building this and assembling it, so you guys all can see it, we can go forward with this. I am not going to do a step-by-step assembly of this. No, I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all together. And in my next video, we'll show it off, and then we'll show it off with the deactivated parts, and then the activated parts. So stay tuned for that video.